A Different Worldview, Understanding Gender and Sexuality in Native America. Before Europeans arrived, indigenous cultures had unique perspectives on gender and sexuality. Many Native American societies recognized individuals beyond the male-female dichotomy, often referred to as two-spirit people. These individuals were revered for their unique gifts and roles within their communities. European settlers struggled to understand this fluidity, leading to tragic suppression of indigenous traditions. Despite cultural assimilation, Native American resilience ensured the survival of these ancient understandings. The concept of two-spirit varies significantly from tribe to tribe, encompassing a wide range of identities. These individuals were integral members of their communities, often holding positions of honor and respect. From the Haudenosaunee to the Chumash, gender diversity was widespread in pre-colonial America. This acceptance stemmed from a deep respect for the natural world and the belief in interconnectedness. Diverse genders and sexualities were seen as a reflection of the natural order, fostering inclusivity and respect. This holistic worldview valued individuals for their unique contributions to the community. Beyond the binary two-spirit people and their diverse roles, two-spirit individuals often served as healers, spiritual leaders, artists and storytellers. Their unique perspectives allowed them to offer valuable insights and guidance. They embraced their talents, contributing to the well-being of their communities. Two-spirit people were also skilled artisans, hunters, warriors and leaders. They were often entrusted with important responsibilities, such as mediators and crafters. The acceptance of two-spirit people was widespread across various indigenous cultures. Their presence enriched Native American life, adding depth and complexity to their societies. Despite cultural differences, a common belief was that individuals were born with a specific spirit or life force. This belief formed the foundation for the acceptance of two-spirit people. The recognition of diverse genders and sexualities was seen as essential to community well-being. Their stories continue to inspire, reminding us of the importance of embracing diversity. Zuni Lhamanas, embracing fluidity and serving the sacred. The Zuni people provide a compelling example of gender fluidity and the roles of two-spirit individuals. Lhamanas, individuals assigned male at birth who adopted feminine roles, were highly respected. They served as spiritual intermediaries and keepers of sacred knowledge. Lhamanas officiated ceremonies, performed rituals, and offered blessings. Their artistic talents in pottery and weaving expressed Zuni cultural beliefs. The acceptance of Lhamanas stemmed from a respect for gender fluidity and true nature. Children with Lhamana tendencies were allowed to embrace their identities. The story of Wewa, a renowned Zuni Lhamana, highlights their respect and admiration. Wewa's role as a Zuni ambassador exemplifies the importance of two-spirit individuals. Navajo Nadleehi, weaving, harmony and healing. The Navajo recognized individuals who embodied both masculine and feminine spirits, known as Nadleehi. Nadleehi were respected for their healing abilities, weaving skills and spiritual guidance. They embodied the balance and harmony central to Navajo cosmology. Nadleehi used herbal remedies, spiritual practices and ceremonies for healing. Their intricate weavings told stories and conveyed teachings. Nadleehi's role highlights the interconnectedness of gender identity, spirituality, and cultural expression. They embodied the Navajo ideal of Hosho, a state of balance and beauty. Their resilience in the face of colonization serves as an inspiration. Nadleehi remind us of the importance of respecting and honoring all individuals. Moving south to ancient Mesoamerica, we find evidence of diverse gender identities and same-sex relationships. The Aztecs and Maya recognized individuals beyond strict male-female binaries. These individuals held specific social roles and were integrated into society. Historical accounts and artifacts offer glimpses into the complexities of gender and sexuality. Same-sex relationships were not universally condemned and were sometimes ritualized. The Maya depicted gender-fluid individuals in positions of power. These societies developed social structures that accommodated diversity. Colonization led to the suppression of these ancient understandings. The impact of colonization on these traditions was profound. The Aztecs had specific terms for third-gender individuals and those in same-sex relationships. These individuals played important roles in religious ceremonies and held authority. They were believed to possess spiritual gifts and were consulted for wisdom. The Maya documented individuals who crossed gender boundaries in texts and artwork. These individuals held positions of power and participated in ceremonies. The acceptance of diverse identities was woven into everyday life. Colonization led to the suppression of these traditions. The Spanish imposed their own legal and social systems, criminalizing same-sex relationships. Indigenous communities continue to reclaim their ancestral traditions. The devastating impact colonization and the suppression of indigenous identities. Colonization brought disease, violence, and efforts to dismantle indigenous belief systems. European colonizers viewed two-spirit people and same-sex relationships as savagery. Missionaries worked to convert indigenous people and eradicate perceived immoral practices. Boarding schools punished children for expressing their gender identities. The trauma inflicted by these policies continues to reverberate today. Two-spirit individuals were often ostracized and persecuted. Despite this, indigenous cultures ensured the survival of ancient understandings. The resurgence of interest in two-spirit traditions is a testament to resilience. Reclaiming our past, the modern two-spirit movement and cultural revival. The modern two-spirit movement emerged in the 1990s to reclaim identities and celebrate heritage. The term two-spirit encompasses diverse gender identities in Native American cultures. The movement raises awareness about the history and impact of colonization. It provides a platform for two-spirit people to share stories and advocate for rights. The revival of two-spirit traditions shapes the future and addresses contemporary issues. Two-spirit people are at the forefront of social justice and cultural revitalization. The movement inspires indigenous artists, writers, and activists. Their work helps shift public perceptions and create a more inclusive society. Learning from the past, shaping the future, embracing diversity and inclusion. The history of LGBTQ+ identities in pre-colonial America offers valuable lessons. Understanding the acceptance of two-spirit people challenges our notions of gender and sexuality. We can learn to embrace diversity as a strength. The struggles of two-spirit people remind us of the impact of intolerance. Supporting indigenous efforts to reclaim heritage creates a more just society. The modern two-spirit movement exemplifies resilience and strength. Listening to two-spirit voices helps create a world free from discrimination. Embracing diversity creates a future where all people are valued. Conclusion: honoring the legacy and continuing the journey. The history of LGBTQ+ identities in pre-colonial America shows the fluidity of gender and sexuality. Indigenous cultures embraced a more inclusive understanding of gender and sexuality. These traditions are experiencing a resurgence, offering lessons for the future. Two-spirit people remind us that diversity is inherent to the human experience. Acceptance and inclusion are sources of strength and resilience. Honoring the legacy of two-spirit people helps dismantle harmful stereotypes. The journey towards an inclusive society requires ongoing effort and education. Embracing diversity creates a world where everyone can thrive.